Very good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to learn about oscillators. In the last class, you might have studied about the feedback amplifiers. So, in the feedback amplifier, we have studied two different types of feedback amplifiers, such as positive feedback amplifier and negative feedback amplifiers. So, the major application of positive feedback amplifier is that we can use it as an oscillator. We can use this positive feedback amplifier to work as an oscillator. So now it is about oscillators and we are going to study the oscillator with the help of this positive feedback. And you can define the oscillator as an amplifier which uses a positive feedback without any external input, and it generates an output waveform at any desired frequency. So oscillators possesses some criteria. So it is named as Barkhasen's criteria for oscillators. So the device which produces oscillations at a desired frequency, we call it as an oscillator circuit. So let us study what is Barkhasen's criteria for oscillators. So here I have shown a block diagram which consists of an amplifier with gain A, and there is a feedback which is drawn in the down. So that block, it is a feedback network block and whose gain is represented by beta. So the input of the amplifier, it is given to the above amplifier block and the gain of the amplifier is found to be A. Now a part of the output waveform, it is fed as an input to the feedback network whose gain is beta, and output of the feedback network is represented by Vf. So this is again fed in phase with the amplifier input stage. So when the input as well as this feedback, if both are in same phase, then we can say that it is under positive feedback. So here the feedback gain, it is represented as AF is equal to V0 divided by Vin, and we can write the gain of the positive feedback amplifier as A divided by 1 plus A beta. This equation already we have derived in the voltage feedback amplifiers. So since it is an oscillator, we'll take the input as 0, that is there is no input. If that is the case, I can write the gain as AF is equal to V0 divided by 0, then it becomes infinite. So the input is 0, we are getting infinite gain. That is, with respect to the above equation, I am going to represent that Vn is equal to 0, whereas Vn corresponds to 1 plus A beta is equal to 0. If this has to be 0, let us find out what is the condition for beta. So 1 plus A beta is equal to 0, A beta is equal to minus 1, and if I am going to represent in terms of magnitude and phase, it is equal to, magnitude is 1 whereas the angle is 180 degree. So therefore under this condition, for input voltage as 0 and feedback voltage is the only voltage which drives the circuit without any input. So the condition what we are getting is A beta has to be equal to minus 1. So this condition will name it as Barkhasen's criteria for oscillations. So for positive feedback, just now we have derived the condition as the angle should be minus 180 degree. And the phase shift introduced by the amplifier also, if I am going to take it as an inverting amplifier, again it will produce another minus 180 degree phase shift. So totally if you add the phase shift, one which is due to the positive feedback and another one which is because of the inverting amplifier, the total phase shift will be around minus 360 degree or 0 degree. That is, there is no phase shift. So thereby we can avoid the phase shift produced by the positive feedback also. Also when the switch K is closed, you can observe there is a switch K here in the circuit. So it is written in the input part, we have the switch K. When the switch K is closed, small noise voltage will start built up inside the circuit, and if A beta is slightly greater than 1, what happens is the oscillation start growing. Then this circuit will adjust itself to make A beta is equal to 1 in order to produce sustained oscillations. So therefore we can conclude that the Barkhasan's criteria states that the total phase shift around the loop has to be 0 degree or 180 degree, and the second thing is the magnitude of the product of the gain A, that is the amplifier gain A, and the feedback factor beta is unity, that is A beta should be equal to 1 to get perfect oscillations. And also let us see what happens to the oscillations if there is any changes with this A beta is equal to 1. See, if A beta is equal to 1, you will be getting a perfect waveform without any noise or any other disturbances. And it is called as undamped oscillations. So you will be getting an output without any disturbances. If modulus of A beta is greater than 1, then the oscillations will keep on increasing. That is, the amplitude will keep on increasing as time increases. And the third one is, if A beta is less than 1, the oscillations will be of decreasing amplitude. So the output amplitude keeps decreasing with increase in time. So this is why we are saying that we have to maintain the Barkhasan's criteria, which is modulus of A beta should be 1 to get undamped oscillations. So till now what we have seen, it is introduction of the oscillators and the Barkhasan's criteria for oscillations. So the next one, it is a RC phase shift oscillator. So we have designed an oscillator and we are going to see whether it satisfies the Barkhasan's criteria or not. So we have taken an inverting amplifier. Can observe there is an inverting op amp with input across the input resistor R, and there is a feedback path where you have the feedback resistor RF. So this is basically an inverting amplifier. So definitely it will produce 180 degree phase shift of the output with respect to the input signal. And we have another feedback which is taken from the output part. So a part of the output voltage, again it is fed to a feedback network, and this feedback network consists of 3 RC sections. So this forms a feedback network. The output of this feedback network, it is fed as an input to the inverting input terminal of the oscillator to produce sustained oscillations. So what we can observe is the frequency of oscillation, it is given by omega naught is equal to 1 by RC root 6, or in terms of frequency you can write F is equal to 1 by 2 pi of RC into root 6. And if you see the gain of this oscillator, it is modulus of beta is equal to 1 by 29, and this feedback path, it produces 180 degree phase shift. That is, each RC network will produce a phase shift of 60 degree. As we are having 3 RC sections, 60 into 3, it is going to produce another 180 degree phase shift. So we are able to satisfy the Barkhasan's criteria that the feedback path produces 180 phase shift, as well as since we are making use of the inverting amplifier, again it produces 180 phase shift. So overall phase shift, if you see, it is 0 degree or 360 degree. So one condition is satisfied. Similarly, we need to satisfy the other Barkhasan's condition, alpha A beta should be equal to 1. So if A beta is equal to 1 means, then we can write modulus of A is equal to 1 divided by beta, and as we have seen, the beta for this RC phase shift oscillator is 29. Modulus of A has to be equal to 1 by 29. That is, the gain of the amplifier has to be 29. So as we know, the output of an inverting amplifier, we have derived the gain of the inverting amplifier as A is equal to RF by R. This you have studied in op-amp applications where the gain is derived in terms of the feedback resistor and the series resistor. So I have taken the equation from that. So A is equal to RF by R. So as just we have discussed, the gain has to be equal to 29. Or in terms of RF, you can write it as RF is equal to 29 times of R, or we need to select RF should be greater than or equal to 29 into R.